Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're watching the Arthritis Show. Joining me exclusively in our studios is Dana Brody. Welcome, Dana.
Hi, how are you?
Dana is a nutritionist and a wellness coach. Dana, we've talked about how important is nutrition in management of osteoarthritis or any inflammatory diseases in the past. And we talk about some of the good food to take and some of the bad food. Let's go over some of these good food for our patients. Some of just to cover that, and then let's talk about glucosamine a little bit. Okay?
Okay.
So, what do you think somebody who has rheumatoid arthritis or severe inflammatory disease, what would be a good thing to take, and what should be a good thing to avoid?
Well, first of all, I would definitely start adding more greens to the diet, such as spinach, kale, avocado are very high in essential fatty acids. And these are considered proteins as well. This is a misconception that fruits and vegetables don't have protein in them, which is what we need to develop joint and muscle.
Everybody thinks protein is meat and meat and meat, but these vegetables do have a high content of protein.
Yes, and the benefit of them is that they don't have as much fat, so they're easier for the body to digest. The body utilizes the essential vitamins and minerals that are found in these fruits and vegetables, along with enzymes, whether they're digestive enzymes or some systemic enzymes that are found in these fruits and vegetables, antioxidants and phytonutrients to fight free radical damage. So all of this together are great benefits for inflammation, building, rebuilding joints and muscle and tissue. So this is a plus. I would also include water. You have to, this is very important, 50% of your body weight you have to drink in water every day. Most people don't do that. You're probably never going to get there, but you have to try, and when you think you're drinking a lot of water, you're not.
Right. For the audience out there, from 50% means that, let's say if you're 200 pounds, you should take 100 ounces of water. If you're 150 pounds, 75 ounces of water. 50% of your weight in ounces of water. And really that's not much. 75 ounces of water is about 8 to 9 glasses of water, and throughout the day, that's very manageable.
Yes, because your bones get dry and stiff and arthritic, obviously, but this is what's going to lubricate them. So this is very, very important, and it's not sugary drinks. That is going to do the exact opposite. When you start adding soda or substituting with fruit juices, this does the opposite effect because that sugar is creating more inflammation. So it's not the right thing to do.
It's not the right thing to do. And some of this sugar has a very high inflammatory, that's what they do. What about, in fact, this is interesting. We had a patient today who was asking me this question, that whether let's say the fruits, the sugar in the fruits is okay. And it's very well could be okay because it's different than...
The difference is that the body doesn't know the difference between which sugar. With that said, what the body knows the difference is that when you're eating fruits and vegetables, the sugar found in fruits is the vitamins and minerals found in fruits are being utilized by all your organs in your body. So that is how it breaks down. Sugar breaks down to the pancreas, and it's not getting stored back into your system, where sugar from cookies, candies, cakes, processed food gets put back into your bloodstream, and this is what spikes the glucose level. So you want to, again, keep the glucose level stable. That's why you're adding more fruits and vegetables. And once you start adding all this stuff to your diet, you're not going to crave the other stuff. It's kind of, they say you weed it out. So you're not as sensitive to wanting the processed sugar.
One of the best fruits for inflammatory processes is pineapple. Pineapple does have some anti-inflammatory properties, as well as apple and bananas. I think those are good fruits.
Well, pineapple for bromelain. Bromelain is an incredible anti-inflammatory, and it's found in pineapple. You have vitamin C, which is in all your citrus, so whether it's lemons, limes, oranges, grapefruit. Grapefruit, if you have a cholesterol issue, you have to be careful with, because if you're taking Lipitor or any cholesterol medication, there's a reverse side effect. So You have to stay away from that. But also, again, your very leafy green vegetables are great for inflammation. They just settle inflammation in the body. And if you start to add this stuff, a little bit daily or weekly, just make a couple of differences in your diet. I swear to you, you're going to feel better. You're going to have so much energy because these are living foods. Living foods bring life. Dead food doesn't, and that's the thing.
Exactly. The other thing when it comes to osteoarthritis, unfortunately, there's not too many supplements out there. But there's one thing that is out there, is glucosamine. And there's been recent studies that have been shown that certainly glucosamine could play a role. Now, how does the glucosamine help these people?
Well, what glucosamine does is, glucosamine with chondroitin, I think, is actually a great combination together. It rebuilds the tissue and the joint. And if you add some HCA, hyaluronic acid, this will put fluid into the joints as well. So actually the combination of it all, and it's, I think, 1,200 milligrams.
That's usually the recommended dose to kind of like prevent, but I like to put our patients for, of course, depending on their size, for 3,000 milligram and higher dose, because most of the people that we do see have advanced osteoarthritis, right. So they need a little bit more help. But that is one of those things that, in fact, they did a study against glucosamine against Celebrex, and glucosamine did show some benefit. That was a large study that actually just came out a few years ago. And I would like to discuss that in our next program. But at this point, then I wanted to thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And we're going to go for a break, and when we come back, Mr. Dmitry Zhitov will be joining us. He's a yoga instructor, and he's going to, hopefully he was going to shed some, we had earlier an email from a patient who had neck problem. Maybe Dmitry can show us some of these neck exercises to improve the neck muscles and make them stronger. Let's go for a break.